testimony corroborated by Dr. Titley, this is the warmest year ever recorded. Last year is the warmest year ever recorded until this year. This is the warmest November ever recorded. October is the warmest October ever recorded. You do not have an answer for that, Dr. May.
Yes.
You continue to ignore the chart which Dr. Titley has over his left shoulder. He has documented for this committee the warming trend, which is inexorable, inevitable in terms of its consequences unless we take action here. That's the science.
No,
you're having a hard time in responding to.
The issue
here,
is
Dr.
what
Harris.
is causing the warming. Is it natural variability or is it humans?
Like Galileo, he said, no, the science.
Are you aware?
The science is clear. You are depending upon something that perhaps is God-made rather than dependent upon something that is man-made, which is anthropogenic and documented by 97% of all of the science.
Are you saying there's no natural variability, Senator? There were alligators at the North Pole. What was that? Was that you in your SUV?
What I am saying is that this warming is something that, while it may have a variability year to year in specific parts of the planet, that the trend is straight up.
Yeah. Do you know what the Little Ice Age was, Senator?
And again, it is climate change. We had 110 inches of snow in Boston last year, with measurements of water 21 degrees warmer than normal off of the coast of Massachusetts. Okay, this was an unusual event for us. The warming of the ocean intensifies the amount of precipitation when Arctic air hits that water. Now, if you want to deny that, if you want to ignore that these changes are taking place and that they're having a dramatic impact, then you are in the right place.
Do you know what the winters were like at Plymouth Rock? Do you know what the winters were like at Plymouth Rock, Senator?
Well, here is the thing.
You don't. How long has your family been in Massachusetts?
We are new arrivals, and I have to admit,
you should have been there in 1750.
The Irish weren't arriving in 1750, so I apologize for being late to the country, and I'll have to chastise my grandparents for not leaving until the economic conditions in 1902 forced them here. But that notwithstanding, there is as much consensus that man is causing climate change as there is in Galileo's original theory. And
what percentage of climate change is man causing, Senator?
Excuse me, sir?
What percentage of climate change is anthropogenic?
Well, according to the scientists who are in Paris right now, which would fill pretty much the entire space of the building in which we're in right now, and the number of deniers would still be the ones who are at.
Yeah, what's the percentage, Senator?
Are you aware of a recent survey of the professional members of the American Meteorological Society? When asked the question, how much is the recent changes natural versus human cause, 52% of the membership said it was majority human cause.
Dr. Titley, could you respond to that question in terms of what you believe is the amount of warming that is relatable to human activity?
Yeah, thanks, Senator. Right now, there is, as has been pointed out, there are natural variations, things like volcanoes, things like changes in sunlight, and then there's something called internal variations. These are the oscillations, or basically the back and forth of the ocean currents. So even if you had no change in forcing, but what we are doing is we are changing in forcing, and I think the IPCC has come down pretty strong, along with multiple National Academy panels, saying that the human-caused forcing is very, very significant. That doesn't mean there isn't natural variability. It doesn't mean there is not internal variability. But the human-caused forcing is very significant, and that's, I think, what we need to deal with.
Thank you, Dr.
I agree with you, and I agree with this Pope. I disagree with the Pope in 1632. This Pope is correct, and we have a moral responsibility to act. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Nelson.